And hello, everyone, and welcome back to Cyrus Webb Presents here on Amazon Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. And Dr. Helm, I appreciate you giving us a follow over there on the Amazon Live side. I see you already over there. Also, we welcome those tuning in on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube, and on LinkedIn. Have a great show coming up for you guys today, featuring the guy you see next to me there. Robert Helm is the creator of the All Sports HeadGear. I'm rocking mine today. I got my blue one on. We're going to be talking to Robert not only about what it's been like for him to see the response to All Sports HeadGear, but also there's a special going on right now on Amazon. We're going to take you guys through the colors, let you guys take a look at them, but definitely want you guys to take advantage of them. I'm going to go ahead and highlight the blue one that I have on now. As you can see, $9.99. That's 50% off of all the All Sports HeadGear going on throughout this month. Going to talk to Robert about the functionality of it and who it's best for. But Robert, welcome back to the program, man.
Thank you very much, Cyrus. I'm glad to be back.
All right, man. For a lot for us to talk about, so let's start off with, man, the success. I mean, the last time we were talking, you were telling me about the truck and your family being able to help load it up with the All Sports HeadGear. What has it been like for you to see the way that people literally around the country, man, have been responding to it?
Well, I have to say it's been really exciting, especially since we have started running the sale. It's been actually, I just was checking our current sales for the month so far, and it's like ever since you put it up on the store, man, I really have to give you kudos because it's been multiplying, and so it's been really good. We've not just reaching people all around the United States, but now we're starting to branch out across the world. So really excited about that as well.
Well, look, I'm glad to just do my small part. I could not do what I do, though, if you had not, first of all, came up with the concept for All Sports HeadGear. It's such a great story, Robert. I know we touched on it before here on Amazon Live, but hey, with the special going on, people need to know, okay, what exactly is this? How did it get started? Where did the idea for the All Sports HeadGear come from?
Well, it came basically from, me being a past athlete. I think I shared the story briefly before, watching YouTube videos and seeing Steph Curry, how he wears the towel, when he's sitting on the bench or when he's leaving the stadium. It kind of just turned the light bulb on like, hey, they already using towels, in ways that are, let's just say functional and have a lot of style to it. And so we just wanted to create something that was really suited exactly for that. But really stumbled onto something great because, as you see yourself, since you have on one or a couple of them, as I understand, there's just a lot of functions, man. So it's great as a towel or as a way to keep your anonymity, but it's multi-purpose, man. So it's really, really cool.
Yeah, and to that point, Robert, I think this is the thing, and I saw Mary Ellen's again. I just want to shout her out because I posted a video on Instagram. She talked about how she uses hers. It is, I mean, I keep my hair cut low, so I don't necessarily use it have to use it to dry my hair. But
Right.
as you were talking about the functionality, I mean, we're talking about everything from being able to give you some type of warmth or covering on
Mm-hmm.
your head, that being one thing, but also, of course, as you mentioned about being able to, be able to wipe your face with it. And even, we talked about how you can really make a fashion statement with these as well. So could you have imagined when this started, Robert, that it would have all those different types of ways that people would be able to experience it?
Well, I really have to say initially, no. I just envisioned it as being just a really functional towel, and it was that, But as we got into wearing it and utilizing it, as you know, I mean, towels already are used for a multitude of different things, and so by adding, elements to the towel, it basically took a regular towel and turned it into something that, again, has multiple uses. Whether you're an athlete or whether you're just I would say, average person, if that means anything.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think, again, that is the thing, too. And let's talk about the colors, because I not only have the blue, I have the red highlighted now on the Amazon Live side. And definitely, if you guys, you can be able to click below as you guys are watching us here to be able to see more information about each one. But there's the red one that's there. Also have, I'm going to highlight, Robert, the black one that's here. And that's what you have. Yeah, you have the black one there too.
Yeah.
And then the white one, which is new for me. I actually just got the white one in over the weekend.
Uh-huh.
So talk to us about the colors. I mean, did you just kind of decide that you wanted something that kind of fits everyone, or how did you decide on what colors you wanted to present?
Well, I started out by looking at kind of what the standard colors are, I guess, for other, products, whether it's
Mhm.
towels or clothing, that type of thing. And so that was kind of the starting point. Now we have actually 15 different colors. You haven't seen them all yet because we haven't released all of them yet, but we really didn't have I guess any particular color in mind. Just definitely wanted black and definitely wanted white. As you see, our logo is based on black and white because black and white goes with everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so initially, my thoughts were if it was a towel, most people like white towels. Whether they're at the fitness gym or maybe washing their hair or what have you. And so white was obviously a core color that we needed to carry. And then I thought about, well, white gets dirty pretty easily, so definitely got to go with black. So
Mhm.
kind of like the colors have been developing along the way. And so as I said, now we have camouflage colors, and we have some pretty cool colors, pink and lime green and things of that nature. And so that's what all of our wonderful viewers, I should say, have to look forward to, and those who have tried the all sport. If you like what you already have, the ASP2 is pretty exciting because we have, added a couple of more elements to it. So I really feel like it's a very great product and truly a finished product now.
Yeah, it is something again for everyone. I want to say for those who are just tuning in, you're watching Cyrus Webb Presents here on Amazon Live. You definitely feel free to be able to give us a follow here on the Amazon Live side. If you guys are new to us here, we have programming here 7 days a week, including interviews like this. Today we're speaking with Robert Helm of All Sports Headgear. You see his product down below in the carousel. All Sports Headgear is on sale right now on Amazon for 50% off. You can get each one of the colors I was showing with you guys for only $9.99. A great deal. That's 50% off the price. That's going to be all throughout this month. You all can take advantage of this. So let's talk about the other aspects of this. We talked about how it is something that can make a fashion statement,
Mhm.
Robert. We talked about, of course, the different colors. Talk to us about the inside of this. So, I mean, here people, if they're noticing us here, I have the white one up. You have a place here, a place here. Talk to us about that and what people can do there.
Well, those pockets were put in those specific positions to serve the thoracic and cervical spine. As I'll say retired athlete now because I don't play much, sports or anything anymore, but they're really strategically positioned so that it can bring some comfort and relief to neck and shoulder pains. And so whether you use it to put a hot pack or a cold pack in there, that was the initial purpose of the pockets, was to offer some pain relief. But since then, we've used it at the beach, we've used it at the basketball court and places like that. And so the pockets are really functional just as that, a pocket to put your keys or to put your wallet or whatever you might have. And I know, playing pickup basketball, a lot of times you put your cell phone and, things like that on the ground or put them inside your shoes or what have you, sitting on the
Mhm.
sideline, which we know sometimes, it's probably not the greatest idea to get banged around. And so it works
Yeah.
great. You can hang it right on the fence and, keeps it above the ground, keeps it protected, and, keeps it kind of concealed. So,
Mhm. So one thing I noticed when I got my new one in over the weekend, Robert, is the packaging is changing also. So let's talk about that. What has that been like for you to see, even the growth there and the way that you're packaging them differently as you're rolling them out?
yes. Well, funny enough, hold on 1 second here. I have the packaging that you're talking about is this
Hmm.
nice little pouch here. And, basically what I did with that was one, I use the All Sports a lot for a lot of different things. And
Hmm.
one thing in particular, I like to keep it in my car. So, I'm bald headed if y'all can't see. And so, I always need that little extra bit of warmth when I'm going grocery shopping or if it's cool outside. And so to have the All Sports readily available instead of just throwing it in the back seat, which I've done several times, or just kind of balling it up and put it in a glove box. Now you have a nice package that you can, roll it up, put it inside the package, and it'll always be easily accessible. And got a nice little carrying handle. So if you're walking around the beach or whatever, you can just slide your hand inside there and, be able to carry it. So that's really nice as well. And another thing was the ability to kind of turn the all sports into a pillow, like a travel pillow.
Mm.
And so, if you roll the all sports up, put it inside the package, it works great as just that, like a prop for your neck if you're sitting in a chair on a bus or on an airplane or even on a train, or even on the floor, because I do that sometimes too. So it works great for several different purposes actually.
So, Robert, let's expand this out a bit because for some, and we appreciate you guys. I see some of you guys coming in on the YouTube side as well. Robert Helm, you all see in the caption as our guest, is the creator of the All Sports Headgear. We're talking to him about the special he has over on Amazon right now for this month for $9.99 for each one of the All Sports Headgear. That's 50% off the price all throughout the rest of this month. Your journey as an entrepreneur, is this something you always known you wanted to do, Robert?
Well, I always wanted to create something that was significant, that would transcend me and hopefully create generational wealth, for my family. I've been always desiring to do something big, and who would have known that a towel would be that? It's kind of really crazy because when you think about it, the all sports is super, super simple, yet really, really sophisticated at the same time.
Right.
By the
Right.
time you actually utilize it and start to find out, well, this is way more than just a towel. It's way more than just a fashion statement. Like I said, for me, it's an extreme weather device. Being bald head, man, it's very different than when I was younger. I'm used to having so much hair that I'm keeping it cut, and now I kind of regret that because every little change in temperature, I'm like, ooh, that's cold. So yeah, so it's been a godsend for me, to be able to come up with something that is it's almost like a fundamental tool, just very, very simple, very basic.
Yeah. And I think too, the reason why I would ask that question, Robert, is because there are so many times people will say, and I'm sure they've said it to you. I know that I get it all the time. Oh, you know what? I always wanted to do X, Y, or Z, or I used to think about creating X, Y, Z, but they never did it.
Hmm.
You saw an opportunity, you saw a window, you saw a need, and
Hmm.
you then took the steps to be able to to create something to fill that need. Have
Yeah.
you been able to take that time to kind of celebrate that if you had not taken that action, that we wouldn't be having this conversation today?
Every time I make a sale, honestly, and I go and read the reviews from Amazon now, which is something I was kind of intimidated to do before because I was afraid to see, if people reacted to it like I did or if they thought about it like I did. So I hesitated to do that for a while. But now that I've actually started to read the reviews and things, it's given me a level of peace, man, because I realized, it's not just something that I thought was cool. It's
Mm.
something that other people are seeing as a very useful item. And to that point, um, I'm connected to several people on a few different platforms. And one thing that was recently put out was, a call for products for as seen on TV. And, all of the criteria in which they were kind of requiring for a product to fit, the all sports fit every single part of that criteria.
Wow.
And their demographics, they kind of, from what I understand, are more like middle aged to older women.
Mhm.
And you know, and so it's been said, well, we don't really see a market, for all sports with that, age group or that demographic. But you mentioned Marianne earlier, and she is one of those individuals who I really appreciated her feedback and how she utilizes the product because I never thought to sleep with the all sports on, you know what I mean? But
Right.
because I never thought people really like put a blanket on, that was the end of it. But just looking at her feedback and then actually trying it myself as well. Now I'm recommending it to people who say, oh, truck drivers in particular. I've been getting a lot of feedback from those individuals because they have to travel to truck stops and run in and take a shower and then run out and those types of situations. So the all sports has been dynamic at one, drying their hair, but two, really keeping that cold air from getting on their necks and things of that nature. So
Yeah. Well, it has been great for me to be able to display, to be able to show. I'm excited about being a part of the team, Robert, to help spread the word because it is something definitely. People who know me, I'll be 47 this year. I've never been a hats person, but this I can easily wear, and this fits my personality. I can wear something that fits what I'm wearing that day.
Right,
So
right.
I mean, it makes it very easy for people like me, and I think too, just the fact that we can be a part of your journey. That's
Hmm.
kind of how I feel about it too, is that this is, I don't know who created Nike. I
Hmm.
don't know who created all these other brands, but
Right,
I know Robert Helm, and
right,
I get
right.
to be a part of his journey and supporting his vision with all
Hmm.
sports headgear. And that's what I want to say to our audience here, whether you're joining us live with a replay here, you can be a part of this journey. This is someone that you're seeing literally on your screen right now, and the
Hmm.
products you guys are seeing below in the carousel on Amazon, or for those who are joining us on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, LinkedIn, you guys can be able to see by clicking on that link. I mean, you can say, "Wow, this guy, I saw him talk about this, and now I get to have this." And I know you have a very active community. Talk to us about that as we wrap up here, Robert. About social media. How has social media played a role in you amplifying the message about all sports headgear?
Well, social media has been, just again, a godsend. I've been getting a lot of support, and recently a lot of people who have reached out and just said, hey, keep doing what you're doing. It's motivating me to do the things that I want to do. And
Yeah.
so that was really, really exciting to hear that. And so I constantly use various social networks. And, I tell people I don't really do a whole lot of personal socializing on the social networks. I just really try to keep it focused on business. And,
Yeah.
that way, the message is consistent. And, it's been constantly growing. As a matter of fact, with your support and a lot of the people who have been introduced through you, their support has really catapulted, where we are today, just from where we were just a couple weeks ago. And as I said earlier, our sales are starting to go off the charts as far as what we were kind of anticipating. And, we owe a big part of that to you and your efforts and your storefront, on Amazon, because Amazon it's really been the tool to keep us in the game.
Yeah.
Early on with the pandemic, and even now, there's lots of brick and mortar stores that are struggling to add new products, as a matter of fact, or to just stay relevant.
Right.
And so Amazon has provided a way for us. And I'm just saying, I know we were talking about social networking, but I see Amazon as that too now.
Hmm.
But Amazon has given us an opportunity to really compound where we were, and again, coupled with what you have brought to the table, has just really blown it up. Man, I'm seeing things happen that I was projecting down the road. Matter of fact, I just got a notification on like 3 different colors from Amazon that got to be restocked because they kind of flying off the shelf.
Wow.
And I'm really excited that this sale that we're running right now has spurred people to buy multiples, as a matter of fact, because I was looking at one order, the way it tallied up, man, it was all of my favorite numbers, being revealed at one time. And so I was like extra excited about that. So it's been really important to be a part of all of the social networks. But I think what Amazon is becoming now with the Amazon Live and how that they're utilizing the reviews to support the products and things of that nature that's really been the tool for me,
Mm.
and so that's what I would encourage other people is that, if you have a product or a service, I guess Amazon doesn't really deal with services so much, but products, that's a great place to get started. And I've been kind of well, I don't know how I would like to say that, but I've approached some of the larger retailers that are not as large as Amazon, and I haven't received that same type of support or encouragement. And so I have reserved myself to say, hey, Amazon, they are supporting me, they are helping me move forward, and so that's where I'm putting the bulk of my social, if you will, networking efforts behind.
Gotcha. Well, look, I appreciate the kind words, Robert, but I have to throw it right back at you again. I can only do what I do because people like you are doing what you're doing. And so you not only have, as I mentioned, have the vision, you did the work, and then you made it available for Amazon, which then allowed someone like myself to then be able to show our support. But I mean, the fact I have so much respect for you because we both know people who talk, but you're definitely a person of action. And I think that has shown itself time and after time, especially during the pandemic, how you have not stopped. If anything, you've stepped up.
Right.
And I think that's a great reminder. I think for any entrepreneur or inspiring entrepreneur out there, now all of you can step up and take advantage of this sale and save 50% on your own all sports headgear. Again, in the different colors there. Now I have the red one that's on, but we're talking about the blue one I had on earlier, the black one, like what Robert has on, the white one. All of those there are available for you guys to be able to take advantage of. Again, the sale ends the end of this month. You definitely don't want to miss out on that. If you're joining us, even on the replay, if you'll notice, all you have to do is tap on the color that you want. It'll open it up in a separate window. You can go ahead and be able to place your order. And as you heard Robert said, you have a family, order multiples. That way you don't have to share yours. That's the great thing about me. I don't have to share mine with anybody. So they are all mine. So definitely take advantage of that on the Amazon Live side. And Robert, how can they stay connected with you, man?
Well, just as the product is all sports headgear, our website, our what would you call them? Our handles, I guess, for all of the social networks. All sports headgear, just like that. All sports headgear. You can't go wrong. You'll see the logo, which is here, and that'll let you know that it's us. And you know, we're on Twitter, we're on LinkedIn, we're on Instagram, we're on TikTok, we're on the web.
Yeah, he's all over the place. He's all over the place. But definitely make sure you guys do stay connected. He's a Facebook group as well. Make sure you guys do join the Facebook page as well to show your support. And Robert, looking forward to our next conversation together, man.
Absolutely, Cyrus. And thank you so very much. I appreciate it. And much success to you, sir.
Thank you. Same to you. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Cyrus Webb Presents. Until next time, you all make it a great one. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.